welcome to Live at the Blue Box. It is now time for This Week in Geek for February 6th, 2016. Yeah, our multiverse has crashed in on itself. See, those of you that normally watch know that we have various Edwards and various Allils. Rated R Edward is back tonight.
In the house.
And we thought we were going to have the Allil puppet, but Teenage Allil showed up, a much hairier Allil. Is your mic on there, Allil?
Turn it on. There.
Hello.
Yes. So we've got multiple Allils, we've got multiple Edwards. There's only one Chris, though. Aww.
Unfortunately, and only one Rob.
Every multiverse, everyone you go to, it's the same two jackasses.
The one good, it doesn't get any worse than this, but it doesn't get any better. That's the bad part.
So let's introduce who we really are. Playing the part of Rated R Edward is
Scott Sammons.
Hey, Scott.
Hello.
Are you prepared this week?
Maybe.
I would say maybe. Yeah, okay. And Teenage Allil, would you introduce your real name?
I am Luke Hedstrom.
Luke, thank you for joining us tonight. This was a last-minute addition, and he's going to bring some interesting things because he knows video games and anime and stuff like that.
Yes.
And you know gaming and stuff, so this is going to be a different This Week in Geek.
Sure.
On the end there.
I am Chris Mao, co-owner of Blue Box Cafe and co-host of several shows.
Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff.
And I am Rob Southgate, co-owner of Southgate Media Group. Those of you at home can see these big signs here. You can find us on our website, which is southgatemediagroup.com. We are streaming this. I can't tell, but theoretically it's live on our website on YouTube or Google+. I know it's there right now, but I don't know if it's on our website. I did that code today, and God only knows. So who knows?
Trouble.
Yeah, right. So I'm getting cozier with it. Rated R Edward here.
Boom, chicka, wow, wow.
So we got to jump right into this. Everybody's looking at their devices real quickly. If you'd like, I want to bring
I'm
one
looking
up.
at myself on Meerkat. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah,
looking for news.
It's great looking, let me tell you, Chris. All right, and if you have something you want to communicate with us, write in. We do have people that are watching social media. Whether they tell us or not might be a different story. So I want to start with this. It's funny, I've got like 2 pages of notes, but there's really not a lot. It's just kind of weird stuff. But did you guys see the trailer for Archer? You saw it? Did you see it? The new trailer. It's called Archer PI. Did you guys see this?
Is it good?
They did a shot-by-shot remake of the intro to Magnum PI.
Oh, no.
With Archer.
Get out of here.
And
that's awesome.
It's so funny. And like when they show the girl in the bikini floating in the water, it's Pam.
Yes.
It's just the whole thing is hilarious. But then at the end, it's the whole gang standing around him, and he's got all these toys out on a table, and he's like, and he goes, "Now, do you guys see my vision?" And they're like, "Oh, it's Magnum PI." You know, it's so great. So definitely check that one out. It's called Archer PI, and it's a preview for the new season. Man, that one killed me. So, all right, who's got one?
That's great.
I just saw this. Jacob might like to hear this. Where's Jacob? Jacob.
Everybody online named Jacob, listen up.
The Magic Treehouse books are supposed to be going to film.
Oh, really?
Starting with
I wondered why. Have you guys read those?
Yeah.
Yeah, we read those with Molly. She's read a bunch of them. And I always thought those would make prime content.
The best one is they visit the Titanic. They use their
Spoiler.
They use their magic treehouse to visit different times.
Right.
They visit the Titanic like half hour before the big thing happens.
What happens?
Did Jack and Rose run by at one point?
Well, it's funny. I had this weird thought. I thought it would be awesome if they could make the film like using James Cameron's Titanic in the background and having their adventure going on while the
that'd be
others
awesome.
going on at the same time.
Yes.
So you have these 2 kids trying to rescue this other kid while the thing is happening that happens in Titanic.
Now, Teenage Allil, have you read the Magic Treehouse books?
Some. I mean,
Do you think that would make a good film?
more like a good like Nickelodeon TV show, like kind of like the Goosebumps, except maybe someone there.
Yeah, like
along that
a
line.
better, more updated version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Like the big budget film thing, kind of like Goosebumps. It's like they didn't really make Goosebumps. They made a movie about Goosebumps.
Right.
Kind of. I mean,
It was
the
in the
visual
world.
effects
It-
look
yeah.
cool. You know, because it's like those book characters come to life,
Right.
but it's not Goosebumps. That's kind of what I think might happen here, unless they're going to go straight up, and they could. A good time travel kids series.
They're wanting to start with the 29th book called Christmas in Camelot. So King Arthur, Camelot, Christmas. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a bit of a draw there. But otherwise, the books.
Who's producing it?
Lionsgate.
Lionsgate. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm down with it. I like those books. I think they're fun. I like the idea. It's a lot better than Magic School Bus. I don't want to see that garbage.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Rob?
All right. Thumbs down. All right. Who's got one?
You can talk. You don't
Internet?
have to, you don't
Anybody?
have to raise your hand.
Yeah, come on, Luke.
Yeah, I
it's
have
a
one.
pod. Listen, Teenage Lil needs to learn a lesson right now. It's a podcast. You can clearly speak. Raising hands only works for the internet and for my mom. She was a teacher.
That's right.
She's going to call on you. No,
Oh.
she's going to go, do you have to make? I'll take you. She
Yeah,
was a
permission.
first grade teacher, so. All right, did you get one, Luke?
Yeah. Todd Howard, the director for like Fallout 3 and 4 and Skyrim.
Yeah.
And he's getting a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Is it from like PAX or something? Or? No
it
kidding.
just
Those
said
games
Lifetime
are
Achievement.
freaking
Yeah.
amazing.
Fallout's fantastic.
Yeah. He is being
How's he going to
honored-
wrestle that away from Cliffy B this year?
He's being honored. It doesn't
How's that
say
for a deep cut, huh?
where.
You video game people, you like that?
I should play Fallout
Oh,
someday.
Dev's Choice
You've never
Award.
played Fallout?
I've
who?
read a fan fiction
Developers
of
Choice Awards.
Oh, okay.
that was
Choice
My
Awards,
Little
nice.
Pony set in Fallout. So that's
What?
all I read.
I want to see that movie, My Little Pony set in Fallout. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Or
I want to see
not.
everything set in Fallout.
Yes.
though.
That's the only Fallout I
everything
know.
set
It's,
in-
it's a fan fiction.
Everything with My Little Pony. So
No, in Fallout. I don't need everything. It's already
you
everything
proposed
with
this,
My Little Pony.
the
Although
My Little Pony Star Wars. So I don't
Did
know.
I?
Yeah. No, I'm teasing.
I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised. There is Dr. Hooves is on My Little Pony.
Yeah.
So bronies, am I right?
Yeah.
See, I know. I can tell the look by these guys. They don't want to admit it, but you guys know there's a Dr. Hooves, don't you? Yep. We actually have the pop vinyl at home. Yep. See, told you.
I'm sorry.
I'm not
That was
sorry.
money
We have-
well spent. That's
We
all I
have
have
an
to say.
8-year-old, so
That's true.
all right, who has one?
Jonas Curan, who wrote Gravity, is going to be doing a new Zorro film. That I
saw it. I didn't read the
Well,
article.
It looks. I mean, Zorro is an intriguing story if they do it right, which they can. They can make it sexy enough, but
did it talk about the story at all?
it didn't mention what he's doing. They said that
Okay.
he is developing that.
Because we talked about it on this show, I don't know, 5 months ago, that they were looking to relaunch Zorro.
Yeah, we did.
But instead of the Antonio Banderas Zorro,
Right.
or it's going to be like intergalactic hip hop Zorro or something stupid like that. We were like, why are you doing this to Zorro? Make a new character.
Sure.
So
Well, they could take that theme and
a good enough
play it
director and
wherever.
witer, they could pull
Right.
it off. You know?
Change
If
the
you do it
setting.
like Firefly.
Make it like Firefly with Zorro.
Yeah.
He leaves every scene by slashing a Z in things.
That's right. Or taking their pants off. I don't know.
Yeah. Like
Inside joke.
Catherine Zeta-Jones when he took her dress off. Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yes. Catherine Zeta-Jones.
That was the best part of that movie. Okay, so I got one. Did you guys see? This is a tribute to Edward. Rated R Edward. We'll see if you saw this. Because Alpha Edward, I don't know, PG Lee saw it, and
PG
he
Lee.
actually didn't. I think he liked this. Did you guys watch the international trailer for Gods of Egypt?
Yes.
What did you think? I want to get a.
Well, you know what?
I think Edward liked it. I can't remember. That was
will
a long
go
time ago,
with,
Radar
I will
Edward.
go
I
with
don't
the
know if you
general
remember.
consensus that it's going to be a big steaming pile of a movie, but I think it's going to be visually spectacular to watch. kind of like the Moses one. You know, I can't even think of the name of it.
Yeah, Moses.
But you know what I mean? The one with Christian Bale.
Exodus?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, which was visually a fantastic movie to watch, but it was just a horrific butchering of that
Right.
story. This looks like it has some kind of potential with cool effects and maybe some cool fight scenes, but it's going to be a hot garbage story.
It looks like hot garbage. And actually, it's funny that you say that it looked like the effects were good. I'll tell you what I thought it looked like. I thought it looked like Flash Gordon now. Like, the effects almost looked good, and then I went, whoa, that looks like it was Flash Gordon era, the guys flying in there with their wings.
Well, yeah, but also, or I would kind of put it in like it was.
Although I did love that when Hawkman was flying with his wings.
It was like, and this is me, my Alzheimer's, whatever I have is setting in. Well, it was the original Clash of the Titans,
Yes.
where like the potential was there, but it kind of like was just not good enough.
I love the original Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
The
But-
remake,
Absolutely.
But it was
not good.
No, but the first one was
And this looked more like
had
the
bad
remake
graphics. It was really bad.
with the Flash Gordon.
It's Harryhausen.
vibe.
Yeah, it is. It's still a great story. I mean, did I watch it a million times? Of course I did. Of
course you did.
It's like watching Army of Darkness.
How about
It's-
that Medusa scene in that
Yeah.
one? Remember that?
Yeah.
How, that
You
was
know,
amazing.
I just watched that not too long ago.
And the Kraken.
Yeah.
Bring out the Kraken.
Is
Yeah.
this the Clash of the Titans that came out back in like 2000 something, or is this like
The one with
even
Liam
further?
Neeson.
Remember, like the
Yeah,
60s or
the one with
something.
like the weird stone wizard.
It what?
The weird stone wizard that was like made out of stone.
I don't
they-
remember.
Well, no,
They
they turn
remade-
into stone at the end. They do. That's part of the guys come out of stone. They have their statues, and that's how they come down. But I mean, I can't believe how bad that movie is with that great cast. I mean, if you look at who is in that movie, it's an unbelievable cast.
Which
And they put
one? The remake?
The remakes.
Yeah, the remake
Come on.
has
You know,
Liam Neeson.
and
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
I mean, Sam Waterston was pretty good. I mean, they had a really
right.
big
That's
cast,
that
so-
Avatar guy. He was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was good. He was okay in it.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't make it through it, and I thought I would because I love that original movie.
Right.
I thought this is going to be sweet, and then it wasn't so sweet. You know what the problem was? They had all that like glare going on, like everything was bright, shiny
Right.
silver through the whole thing. I was like, it's hard to
It was
watch.
on a J.J. Abrams solar flare going. So.
Yeah, but I could even watch that.
Right.
This was tough, man. And then the sequel. Did you guys see the sequel?
Wrath of the Titans.
Yeah, Wrath of
with
Titans.
either one.
Eh.
Awful.
Yeah,
Awful.
it looked terrible to me too. I didn't bother.
I like
you
the
know
first
what?
one.
I will power through them at some point.
The
but
effects were good. The effects were
Right,
idea
better than the Flash Gordon effects of
the
this one.
idea was pretty decent, but you can't. They tried to cram a lot of mythology in a 2.5 hour period, and it was
like they're doing with
rough.
this movie.
Yeah.
Holy cow! This thing. It seems like they've got everything in it. And then they have like a giant scarab walking around in the background while the guy's giving a speech. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
It seems more like a video game.
It does. Speaking of video game movies, did you guys see? That was a transition that was
Nice. That was-
unexpected. Did you see the trailer for? Not that one. Not that one. Not that one.
Did you just watch trailers this week? Oh my god!
There were a bunch of trailers this week. No, this one it's a first. Oh, Pandemic. Did you guys watch the trailer for Pandemic? It's a first-person movie. It looks like a first-person shooter. Like even like the guy's feet go up, and it's like he's using Google Glass to shoot this thing. Only a zombie outbreak happens, or there's a pandemic, but then there's like a monster.
Yeah.
And at first I'm like, okay, I'm going to get tired of watching this. And about 30 seconds into it, I went, this owns me. I need to see this right the hell now.
Are you sure you're not talking about the new Doom trailer?
Nope.
No, it's pandemic. It's pandemic.
Okay,
Is it
this sounds
video game or movie?
Movie.
This sounds a lot like this short fan film that came out a while back. It was called Hardcore. It was
Yes,
a first
I saw
person.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, this is a first-person movie. And my guess is if they get it right, there's another one that we talked about on here that's coming out that looked kind of like crap, and then halfway through the preview we went, whoa, it's amazing. I have a feeling this is going to be a short trend, are these first-person, because so many filmmakers have grown up now playing these video games, these first-person shooters and things like that, that they're starting to see from that angle. So they're going to try and bring that into this.
Well, you can even go back to Blair Witch and the first Cloverfield a bit for that.
Right.
Right.
But those are shot differently. Those are first person also, but that's more like a handy cam thing.
Right.
This is more like literally out of the eyes of the person.
Okay.
This is I'm playing Duke Nukem or whatever
Yes.
video games kind of thing.
Yeah,
Well, let
which
me
is
just
why I
see
said it's shot like with Google Glass, where it's like spot
Right.
on, you know?
Wow.
Speaking of which, you know what we saw this week? Welcome to Real Idiots.
By the way.
Finally, we watched Kingsman.
Oh,
What was that? That was awesome.
It's
And you know
fantastic
what?
except for Samuel L. Jackson.
Wrong, sir. I even
He's
liked him
awful.
in it.
He's awful.
No, you know what? Is that lisp thing?
Lisp is awful.
But you watched it at the theater, right?
I've watched it in the theater. I saw it a couple times and at
Yeah,
home.
but seeing it in the theater, it probably gave you a prejudice against it. Watching it at home, it wasn't as in your face. If I didn't see it in the theater, so for me it didn't bother me as much, but I did have the thought while I was watching it, man, I bet this is annoying as hell in the theater.
It was
But
bad.
that aside,
Oh, it was great. Unbelievable.
what a movie! The woman with the blade legs
Yes.
or blade feet. Spoiler: she's got blade feet.
Yes.
Wow.
It was. Colin
it was
Firth.
hilarious.
Colin
It was great.
Firth was amazing.
Now is he going to be in the sequel? I know they're doing a sequel
Why wouldn't he be?
because he's dead.
Well, what the? He can
Spoiler:
Come back. He can come back.
He's dead.
He can come back.
You know what? I'm literally, other than my parents, the last people to see this movie, and they probably saw it. Yeah, see,
Because
So-
they're gonna do backstory on it. They have to. He's gonna be in it somehow. Well, they have to talk.
Oh
about
yeah, they've got to do a flashback. I bet he's going to be alive.
Wasn't Mark Hamill in that movie?
Yes, Mark
Yes.
Hamill was in it.
Mark Hamill got cut in half too, like
Yes.
right down the middle.
Oh.
It was
But
fantastic.
the best part is when they're interrogating Mark Hamill, it's totally the Joker voice.
Yes, totally.
Totally, because the way he's like, "You'll never get me," and you're like, "That is the Joker."
Yeah.
Mine sounded nothing like the Joker. FYI. All right, who has one? Scramble.
It's already on your list, but
You can take his list.
Yeah,
It's okay.
don't worry about my list.
but
He actually did
I was
homework.
interested to see this. Elizabeth Banks joining the Power Rangers movie as Rita Repulsa.
Speaking of Flash Gordon, you know what? The only positive is it's Elizabeth Banks. So this is a movie you can watch with the sound off and be like, "Oh, hey, that was great." This is going to be terrible, man.
You know, they've never been high art.
Huh?
They've never been high art. They are
No,
they've
but you go down and after that sentence.
Wasn't
Do the math.
But
Get
they've
it.
been but it's generally enjoyable. Like even the first movie they did like 15
No,
years ago.
No,
It's goofy fun.
You are rated R, Edward. What are you talking about?
Power Rangers is fun.
You're married to her. Is that Power Rangers fun, Teresa? What?
What?
Kamen Rider, the original Japanese, one of the original Japanese versions.
Oh, okay.
But no, the Power
Geek.
Rangers is fine. I mean, yeah, like after class in college, we would meet in like the common rooms of the dorms and watch like Power Rangers, Batman the animated series, and those things. I mean, they're college students all and
I
having
get
fun
that.
with these.
I get that. Power Rangers was never good, and I love that kind of stuff. And every time I would think it's going to look good, or I was like, "Yeah, that looks awesome," and then it would come out and be like, "Oh, this is friggin' terrible. This is not going to be good." And that movie was unwatchable.
The first movie?
The first movie was
It was fun.
Did you guys see the Power Rangers movie that came out a while back? It was a fan film. It was like rated R.
Yes,
and it was like
they're not going to do that.
No,
I really loved that.
That was
though.
cool, but they're never going to do that.
It was super cool. I would have
But-
liked to see more like that.
This is called Power Rangers and Miri make a porno now. No, Zach and
Green
Miri.
Power Ranger and Mira make a porno.
Ooh, who gets to be the Black Ranger in this? Yeah.
How about,
Jason Mewes going to be in the movie?
Jason
That'd be
Mewes.
great.
how about the original Black Power Ranger? He was like an anime.
Idris
voice
Elba
actor
is
now.
going to be the Black Ranger in this, I'm
Wait,
sure.
really? Oh.
Did you just fall for that a little?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Him and
He's in everything, so.
Chiwetel Elijah are going to fight out who could be the
The,
and Denzel.
the Cumberbatch reveals he's the White Ranger at the end.
That would be a great. Twist
You know
in it.
what? I'm talking myself into this movie now. All of that sounds
See?
good.
There you go. Just
I do like Elizabeth Banks, though, and you know what? She's going to be over the top. She's going to do her thing.
Sure.
It's going to be watchable. I hope it's good. You know I'm going to watch it, but you are so wrong. I like everything, and I don't like this.
you don't like Power Rangers at all.
Not really.
You know, my son is watching them. He's
We're-
8 now.
I think
and
we're a
I'll
little
watch
bit-
along with it, and it's still goofy fun. I mean, it's always great set design and costumes.
But you put it in the same sentence with Batman the Animated Series, which is arguably one of the best interpretations of Batman.
It is the best interpretation of Batman.
So you
but-
got that, and then
Well, see, you know what? We're
Power
a little bit
Rangers.
older because when we were in that college time of watching, we watched Thundercats,
Yeah, right.
That was my Saturday
Voltron,
morning stuff.
that was a little bit
as a kid.
Voltron.
Okay,
We were
so that was your Saturday morning. So you're,
See,
what
we
are you,
were-
like 10 years younger than us? Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
What was that? Did you just give me the finger?
She's
Yeah,
you're
that
number
makes sense,
one.
though.
You're number one.
That makes sense. I'm going to give it to you, but it's only 3/4 of
I'm
a finger.
number one twice. What are you talking about? So, for you, it's number 3/4, but that's besides
Right,
the
number
point.
3/4. You know when you get mine, it's ugly. Yeah. Okay. We're going to move off of Power Rangers now,
We're-
Scott.
And so this
Fine.
is another nod to Edward. Fast and the Furious 9 and 10. He has release dates for 9 and 10. How are they even getting past 8?
So 8. I've got the dates.
I know,
It's
they're dates.
The dates. April 14th, 2017. Fast and the Furious 8 is coming. I can't do the voice. I am
The
Groot.
Ocho. It'll be great. They'll get
Number
Gary
9
Cole
is
and,
coming April 14th. April 19th, 1919. And then
1919.
yes.
19,
2019.
in the year 1919.
I've got 19s all over
Black
this
and white and
page.
silent.
It's a period
And then
piece. It's
the 10th comes out April 2nd, 2021. Man.
You know, I see this and I think about how Firefly only got half a season, and I want to kick. I want to
Right.
kick somebody.
Well,
That's
hold on.
how I felt about Power Rangers. So now you understand. But this is the worst, man. This is the worst.
How has it lasted so long?
They make
I don't.
money.
Do you like these?
People like
No.
they make money. That's
Do
why.
you like these? I heard the
a few
one
of them
was
were pretty
really
good.
good.
A few of them are okay, and a lot of them are not. There was some good stuff.
I never enjoyed that.
No, I couldn't get through the first one. I was working in a video store and we used it as a demo. We used 3 Tokyo Drift.
Oh, awful.
But the visuals were great. The first 3 minutes, great. Great excitement and everything. The girl was really pretty and you're
sure.
wow, I get this. I get why people like this. She dies. Spoiler.
Well,
The movie came out
No,
almost 10
she's
years
dead.
ago.
And then it's a bunch of dudes drifting their cars in Tokyo for the rest of the movie.
yeah.
And it's like there's no story. It's just cars going
well
like this.
it's just angry people being.
Yes.
yeah, it's dumb.
Sounds like my movie. All right. What else we got?
I got
Yes,
one.
Molly.
I'm going up here. Hold on.
What, Molly? What? Get
Yes.
out of here. I was
Yes,
gonna-
Doctor Who came off of Netflix.
I am so pissed. It's killing me. I apologize.
Do they still have it on Hulu? I thought it went off.
No, it's on
Yeah,
Hulu.
it's still on Hulu.
They only have season 7 on Hulu.
Yeah,
is what
they only
have.
have season 7. They don't have all the stuff they had.
Don't they have Series 8 also?
I
I thought Series 9 was
Maybe,
the
but
most
you know
current.
what? They don't have everything that we wanted.
No.
And for us, we do Cuckoo for Who. We do that Doctor Who podcast. Yeah. And we had a plan because Doctor Who's not coming back until next Christmas for the Christmas special. So we were going to go back and do a story arc or a season and each month put a new Cuckoo for Who up. Guess who's not able to do that now?
Guess who has almost all of Classic Who and New Who on DVD?
my new best friend.
You?
Hulu's,
Well, we might need to borrow those.
Hulu is becoming pretty good with BBC shows like
Hulu? Yeah.
BBC
Yeah,
is starting to
and
move
they got a lot
towards
of anime
Hulu.
too.
Yeah,
Right.
Hulu's really good. They get a lot of foreign stuff, and we watch a lot of that stuff. They get
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's supposed to be doing their own streaming thing, and CBS wants to do their own streaming, and they're
yes,
rumored
and
to
eventually
pull
it's
Star
going to
Trek.
cost us more to watch all of our shows than it does to have cable.
Netflix
Yeah.
is still going to win.
Yeah,
no, it's not
'cause-
going to because I've already said, yeah, I want to see the new Star Trek. I'm not paying CBS. They're
No.
pulling. The rumor is they're taking iZombie, Arrow, Flash, all of that off of Netflix. So you have to pay for the CBS app to have it.
Nope.
Well, I'll be watching it as they air, and otherwise I'll wait until it collapses and I can watch it
Right.
Back on Netflix.
on
So it comes
Netflix
back.
or wherever. Yeah,
I don't-
dumb.
I highly
the other thing
doubt they
is,
would do that.
what was it?
I highly doubt they would do that because they just recently put new seasons on less
No,
than a month
they
ago.
do it.
want to make money. They're going to pull it off of
It
there.
wouldn't stop them. They would do it.
Yeah. But if you subscribe to Netflix and you get the DVDs, you can still get Doctor Who and all the BBC stuff that way. Okay. So that's the workaround.
The DVDs
they
are
still
worth
do
it.
that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Is
they
it
still do that.
Mail
Yes.
DVD?
There's
it costs
a
like
separate
$5
fee.
extra a month
It's
or
a
something.
separate fee. They send
Right.
it to you, and you still have that option. But the thing is, you only get one at a time.
I remember when we
you can
started
pay
with
more.
Netflix, we
You
would
can pay
get
more.
a movie and it would sit on our table for like 2 weeks.
Right.
We couldn't get around to it. But then,
And we would go and get stuff at the library. We'd rent
Yeah.
stuff.
Right.
We'd watch stuff on cable the whole time that movie's sitting there.
yep.
And then 3 months later, you're like, I guess I spent $15 to have that stupid movie. We better
Right.
watch it and send it back.
Well,
Yeah.
in the beginning, that was what the draw was. The online stuff, nobody really paid much attention to. But
Right. Oh,
yeah.
people were like, I can get a movie instead of renting it for $3 a day. I can get one just sent to my house, and there's no fee. And then all of a sudden, hey, I can watch this stuff online, and that was fantastic.
Right.
I remember the commercials when they first started doing the online. They would have like all the normal family watching the DVD in the living room, and they'd put the weird uncle and his cat in his own room to watch the online version on his laptop.
They didn't
That's
have
how it was-
Periscope then. How did they get that shot of me?
I remember that commercial for some reason because I remember how
Like it was creepy.
yeah it was creepy and how like they were totally missing the oncoming technological revolution.
Right. Well, they missed it somewhat, but they sure hit it better than others did.
Well, yeah,
So.
at least they were there.
So the BBC thing, the rumor is, and it's all rumor and conjecture at this point, but the rumor is that it's going to be that what do they call that BBC feed? BBC has a thing already in England,
Like iPlayer or something?
iPlayer, where if you subscribe to it, it's the entire BBC catalog, and I mean every episode of everything that ever aired. That's what the rumor is. That it's going to be $5 a month.
That'd be worth it for Faulty Towers alone. I hate to say that. So.
Got the DVD.
Wait, it's
It'd
$5
be
a
worth
month?
it for Men Behaving Badly. Have you guys ever seen that?
It would be.
Not the American
Or
garbage.
even IT Crowd, all of that. I mean,
Yeah.
all of
Oh,
that.
yeah.
stuff.
But Men Behaving Badly is never on here.
What was the one
Holy
we just
cow.
watched?
So it's
Little
speculated
Britain.
to be $5 a month.
Yes.
That would be worth it because
That might for all of the BBC catalog.
If you got all that, that's worth it. CBS, not worth it.
yeah, because you have like an entire vault of like almost like a history of like just different TV shows like Doctor Who. You'll have both the new and the classic. You'll
Right.
have
Well, everything they have, yes.
Yeah.
Monty Python.
Monty Python. That's worth it a lot.
Yeah, and to be able to just draw those anytime you
all
want.
the Benny Hills. I mean,
There
all
are
that
so
stuff.
many British shows that we don't know here that
Oh,
we've
yeah.
never seen that
So many
we
game
would
shows.
eat up. I'm sure we started watching one the other night, and I'm not going to say watch it, but it was on for 9 seasons. It's a show called Shameless. It's been remade here on Showtime with William H. Macy.
Yeah.
The American one we're actually enjoying quite a bit. Man, that British one,
Why, hit close to home? I'm
no,
just kidding.
tough to watch.
Is it?
Tough to watch. Some of the acting is fantastic. It's an interesting show. I was digging it, but the dad is just this horrible drunk, and he's the same. William H. Macy plays him in the American one. I mean, he's just worthless. But in the British one, by episode 4, he's in a relationship with his girlfriend's daughter, and it's like, what the hell is this? Like when it hits, you're just like, what?
Like
what are we
American
watching?
Beauty?
So much worse and so much more graphic, and it was like, you know what, it lost us. Like at some point we went, I can't watch this because of this storyline. It was way too much. And we started watching the American one because our friend was saying it's the greatest, and you know what, the episode where that happens, they skip right over it. They don't do that storyline.
Right.
And it's getting really good. We're about 7 episodes in, and it's good. But you know what? There's a show, British show, you wouldn't have seen here.
Right.
Or like Moon Boy. Now, Moon Boy is on Hulu. Moon Boy is an amazing show. Wouldn't it be great to have access to Moon Boy there?
Right.
You know? Moon Boy is great if you haven't seen that. It's Martha, who's Moon Boy? Chris O'Dowd.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, and then The Wrong Man's is another good one that's a BBC show. And that's, what's his name? James Corbin.
Oh,
Oh,
that'd be
it's
great.
so good. It's such a good show. And it's like 6 episodes a season, so there's 3 seasons.
Right.
Now, once again, these are on Hulu, but it just shows you how deep it goes. BBC has, 80 years of programming or something?
Well, you know, they don't have the same, obviously, TV model that we have. They don't have the pressure of having to support advertisers,
Right.
Because
It's
all
publicly
it's all
supported.
publicly funded, so they can do pretty much what they want.
Well, and that's what
artistically.
this is about. That's what they were saying is by doing this, by making a subscription service to America, they know that they're going to hit X amount of dollars. That basically pays for the BBC to stay what it is.
Wait,
I'll pay the $5 to them. I don't.
I'm
care.
down with it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
doesn't BBC also do movies?
Yes.
That makes it even better. $5
Yeah, they
for
did
both.
that. They do TV movies and they do other movies.
Well, but just like
theatrical.
just like the American houses do, ABC, they do
Right.
movies all over the world. I mean, and obviously now the big thing is to film in New Zealand and Australia because
Right.
it's cheap. So ABC, NBC, CBS, they all have outlets there to do that same exact thing. So, yeah, well, like.
Boy, we went off on a tangent.
Well, I know, but I mean, but that's what they do. The BBC, they all do. I mean, with the
Is anybody writing in? Are we getting any messages
anything?
here? Nothing?
with the advance
team
of
is
like
not
Bollywood, where they actually figured out that they can do quality work in other parts of the world and not just Hollywood.
Right.
They're doing it in England. They're doing it like look at Sense8. They did that in
All over the world.
4 parts of the world.
Right.
You can't tell that they were filmed in different spots.
Right.
It's one story and they all look fantastic. So,
Right.
with the
Right.
advent of HD, so
I can see you're hot on this one. What do you got?
what do you got?
Well, speaking of My Little Pony, the two biggest toy manufacturers are talking about merging Hasbro and Mattel. And I know we're all collectors too, so
I wonder if this is going to happen.
it's got in here that like 20 years ago they tried to do a hostile takeover, and Hasbro like really fought back to make sure it didn't happen, like getting into the media and everything. And
Well, at this point, though, it's different blood, and it might
Yeah.
behoove them to do it.
right.
But do you think the government's going to let that merger happen? That's a big corner of the market.
It really is, but
Like if Mac and IBM decided to merge,
Yeah.
there would be
Yeah.
like I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's what we're seeing here. I could be wrong, but
I wonder though if like the government would just see toys and not take it as seriously.
they don't look at what the product is. They look at the dollars and market share.
They both have a similar licensing. They both have Star Wars,
Right.
and since that's like their crossing point, what would be cool is that if they did merge and they changed their names, it would be cool if they went Kenner.
Kenner?
Kenner, yeah.
How about Hazmat? I'd go with that. Let's see. Trailers. Oh, did you see the trailer for Miles Ahead? The Miles Davis movie? Have you guys seen this?
I saw
Don
some-
Cheadle.
I saw it a couple of weeks ago, like the first one that came out.
Wow.
He looks amazing.
It's stunning. It's stunning. And it's not like sugar-coated like, hey, this is a great jazz musician. No, he comes off as, if you've ever read his stuff and know about him, it's Miles Davis. He's like fighting through the whole thing and very concerned about his music and it looks
a
great.
few substance problems along the way.
All right. It looks amazing.
Yeah, he looks the
Don
part.
Cheadle, he looks
Yeah.
just like him, yeah. Totally worth seeing.
I want your opinion. Have you seen the trailers for Hail Caesar? Because it's coming out soon.
Yes, it looks so great.
It looks
Once again, it's a Coen Brothers movie, and it looks like they're spot on.
with the another endless cast of great people.
Yes.
It's like every time they turn, it's like this person's in it. This person's in it.
It's George Clooney. Clooney and the Coens.
Right. It's their muse.
Typically a winner. They had that
Right.
one that wasn't too good, but like him in Oh Brother with them is amazing. And this has that vibe where he's playing kind of the dumb movie star. Jonah Hill's in it. Scarlett Johansson. She looks great in it.
Isn't
I don't
Channing
mean she
Tatum
looks
in it?
great in it. I mean she
looks like she's great. Brolin's in it.
Channing Tatum.
I'm sorry.
Channing Tatum.
Yeah. Who else? There's like a bunch of people. He's playing like the other male lead. I think I like this whole kind of plot thing that looks like it's evolving. I think it's going to be pretty neat.
I think it looks
And I love
great.
it. Like we have your star. Give us $100,000. Like wait for Dr. Evil to show up on it. But
yeah, man, I'm all about it. I love the Coen Brothers.
what was it?
stuff, so.
Tilda Swinton's in it, right? She plays the reporter. She plays
Yes,
the gossip reporter.
yes.
So
Yeah, and she's always a good time too.
Yeah.
So
Is it directed by the Coen Brothers?
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
They don't have a great track record with me.
With you, right?
Yeah.
With me, it's almost 100%.
I like Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Uh-huh.
Is basically it. And then you know,
Whoa.
Raising Arizona? Are you kidding me?
I haven't seen that one.
Blood Simple. You ever seen Blood Simple?
No.
Woo!
You know, and we just saw, and you loaned us
I
Fargo.
loaned him Fargo, and that was
Fargo,
a bit much
yeah.
for them.
Frances McDormand was
Amazing.
Right. Well, she won the Oscar that year, didn't she?
Yeah.
William H. Macy
Yeah.
was amazing in that,
Yes.
too.
The rest of the movie, when Frances McDormand was not on screen, was almost tedious.
You are Edward.
It just had
Well
nothing.
done.
It just was like it was limp
Well cast.
and sitting on the screen, and like these are terrible people, and they deserve everything that happens.
Oh, yeah.
to them.
No, we didn't say they were our heroes.
No, but even
Although I did
but
sing
but even a good
Went
villain, you
beneath my
can,
wings to the movie.
but even a good villain you can find interesting. But William H. Macy's scheme to just like the thing with the car VIN numbers and like having his wife kid, it just horribly amateur. And
That's the,
not-
that's the great part about it.
But
That's the whole point.
but at no point does anybody in the movie say this guy's an idiot.
I don't think they need to.
It's treated like it's this incredible scheme.
Oh, I don't think so. I think you were watching something else.
It's
Were you playing Candy Crush during this? All right.
Anyways.
You didn't like Fargo. Fair enough. No,
I
he
like
said-
Frances McDormand.
Right, but he told me right away after he saw it he didn't like it. I loved it, though. I think that's obvious. Now, I don't know if we talked about this before, but I watched for the first time the X-Men Apocalypse trailer. Was that just this week?
I
The
remember
full
saw one a couple
trailer?
weeks ago.
Which one? The one in the room where he gets big?
Yeah, he gets giant.
He gets giant against
That
yeah.
released
that was
with The
like
Force
2 or 3
Awakens.
weeks.
How
I'm
did
sorry?
we-
That released with The Force Awakens.
Right, that was a
You
while
know what?
ago.
I think Edward or Alil mentioned it, or I don't think you did.
I didn't. We talked
And
about
I hadn't
it.
seen it yet.
Right.
So I finally saw it today. Wow.
It's
Yeah.
coming
Looks
back,
great.
right? I mean,
Yeah, man. It looks awesome.
Apocalypse
all my-
looks a lot better than he did
All
before.
my I don't know about this movie gone. Still feeling that about Superman.
Yeah.
Still feeling it.
Batman versus Superman.
Yep. I'm still not
That's just
sold.
It's so.
I want it to be
At
good.
least someone else thinks that. I haven't cared for any of the new ever since the new Superman movie. I haven't liked the new universe because Christian Bale's Batman, with like his Batman was like probably my favorite movie adaptation because Heath Ledger's Joker and
Yeah, right. Dark Knight was amazing.
Right.
yeah, like those were
The
those
third
were,
one has some problems, but the Dark
yeah,
Knight's amazing.
Well, I guess also some of those other problems are tied to what happened during the theatrical release to it. And
No, that taints it. But no, watch
Yeah.
it as a movie. It's got problems.
Yeah.
Welcome to Real Idiots. All right.
Not EEL.
I have one.
EAL.
We did those.
Luke's
We
got
did
one.
those.
Luke's
What do you
got
got?
one. Wait, Luke, talk.
Oh, Luke, do it.
it just closed out. Red Dead Redemption 2 was announced for the end of this year.
Yes, it was. Now, do you play that?
No, I don't play those.
Frances McDormand's awesome in it.
It's Coen Brothers, so you're not going to like it.
I am a huge Red Dead Redemption fan. Like one of my probably top 5. So this is the kind of news that makes me go, we need Sony to sponsor this show so I can get a PS4 so I can play this game. More than Battlefront, more than Fallout 4, and those are like top tier to me. This was the shot in the heart.
This game, like, I haven't been much of a Rockstar company. Like, I don't,
Oh,
like, I
come
hate-
on, you're a rock star.
No, like some of their games are really good, but like GTA is just like it's nothing to me. But this game was like like the first one, not the first one that was on the Xbox.
No, the Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption.
First one is Red Dead Revolver.
Yeah, that had the ending
Was
I
Scott
did.
Weiland in that band? Sorry.
Oh, yes. the ending where you're playing as the son,
Yes.
and like you.
Oh,
can-
yeah, when it flips and you do that. That's an incredible ending.
I used the gun that the guy gave to the father to kill the guy, and I was like, it was so satisfying.
Yeah, so good. Then you go back and they have a zombie edition of it, and that's fun.
And
And there's a zombie Bigfoot in it.
You're
4
in.
stars right there. Zombie Bigfoot does it.
A cool little
If
Easter
Zombie
egg.
Bigfoot was in Gods and Monsters, Gods of
Yes,
Egypt or whatever.
Gods of Egypt.
A cool little Easter egg that they did is that in GTA 5, when they first released the online version, they if you had a save file of Red Dead Redemption, the main character from Red Dead Redemption, who I'm blanking out on the name, he will be your father in the online version. So
Oh,
you can
really?
have him
A
and a
Grand
random
Theft Auto?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, and you can
that's-
have him and then a random character, and then your character will look like the main character from Red Dead Redemption in Grand Theft Auto.
Very cool. Well, that's coming out in the fall. It sounds like they're going to do a debut of it at E3. So
Yeah.
in June,
Oh, nice.
we're going to get a look at this thing. I can't wait.
Spawning off of that little news thing, people found a way to play the original one on backwards compatibility for the Xbox One.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have to pay like $30 though for the digital
I
version.
just keep
if
my
you don't
Xbox
already have
360.
it. Yeah, I mean,
Done.
yeah.
Who's got one? I got a big one.
Go.
Is it the MacGyver reboot?
No, we've talked about that. It's still hanging out there. Why, you got news on it? Go ahead.
Oh, it's just saying that there's going to do a TV series and a movie.
Oh, I didn't know a TV. I knew the movie was happening
So,
and
like-
a TV series.
So, like, apparently 2 different franchises going at the same time.
They have their own MacGyver multiverse like we have ours.
Yeah. Wow.
And in one of our multiverses, we're all excited for it. Not this one.
Not this one.
No. It's one of those things where,
You could
the
play
concept-
him, though. Look at that picture.
What?
If you shaved and put those glasses on?
Richard Dean Anderson?
How do you do with paper clips and matches? Teresa, is he pretty good?
Paper clips and
No?
magic cards. He can do
Those are
anything.
magic cards.
You
Nice.
burned down a kitchen on New Year's Day? Well, you know what?
I was using your candle holders.
That is
See, there we
Earth.
go.
That is Earth 17.
Oh,
Richard
hey.
Dean Anderson. Yes. Wow. Hey, you know what? Let's get a periscope on those two. Put them in the hallway.
Watch viewership just go skywalk.
You know what? Let's put the music on and we'll put them out there. Dun, 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 dun. It was your mother. No. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see.
Did you see they renewed Orange is the New Black for 3 more seasons?
3 more seasons.
Which is
yes.
awesome.
Yes.
If they
so
can
what's
have a
that
story
about?
for that.
Lots of big boo. Huh?
So what's that about?
Women in prison.
Okay.
It's got Angie
Prisoner
Dickinson.
Cell Block H.
And, yeah, right. Okay, wait, I had another one.
Angie.
Did you guys watch
Wow.
Wayward Pines? I love that show.
Yes.
Great show. They are doing a
Your,
season 2.
your guy's coming.
Did you know they were doing a season? I didn't know they were doing
I
a
didn't know
season
that.
2. I love that book. Or I mean the movie.
Yes.
And it's a book. I'm like, I got to get these books. They're great. Jason Patrick is playing the lead.
Wow.
Wasn't
That's
it a
gonna be
Netflix
All I have
show?
to say is Speed 2.
Yes. Well, no. 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 But he's excellent. He's good. He's just been in some crappy things, but this is going to be good. Well, he has.
Yes,
you
he
know
has.
what? I'm good. I've been in crappy things, but all right. I'm not good either.
Or should you have been crappy and good things? I'm just
Did we
wondering
talk
how that
about
works.
Elizabeth Banks? Let's talk about that again. The Stand is stalled. So they keep talking about how they're going to make The Stand, and it keeps
Again?
a theatrical version of it.
Okay.
CBS owned it. The rights went to like Universal. They've been talking for years about doing this. It stalled. This Josh Boone was supposed to make it. He's
Right.
got a script. He's gonna, and it keeps stalling. And somewhere in this huge stalling, the rights went back to CBS. So now they can't do it. So the news this week is he's doing another Stephen King book called Revival.
Revival, yeah.
I have not read this.
No.
But he's excited about it. He's got a full script. He was like waiting for things to fall through for The Stand. So it would release him so he could make this. Even though I think his version of The Stand could have been really cool. But it's it and The Stand. They can't seem
do
to
it.
get this trigger pulled.
The Stand would have to be at least 3 movies.
Right.
I mean, the book is like that, and then
Right.
the expanded version
Right.
is like another inch on there.
Right.
It's a massive story.
Is that a publishing term? It's like another inch.
It's another inch.
Yeah,
I like
don't
that
know,
description.
Words per
It's-
inch or something, but yeah, I mean the paperback is like a doorstop. But yeah, it's you can't squeeze that into one movie. It's
No,
like,
and if you do, it's going to be garbage.
The weird thing is they take his properties and they never pull the trigger the way they need to on the movies.
Well,
they
no,
never.
they
never.
have.
They have, but they haven't. They either butcher it completely or
Or
they
it's
make
amazing.
It's amazing. And-
Misery was amazing.
right. Well, but Misery was.
Shawshank was
But
amazing.
Misery, those were at their full blown, weren't as other properties.
I see what you're
so,
saying.
So they can make it
Yeah.
broad enough where they can make some money. The Stand is not going to be a PG movie, and
No.
if they're going to go with 3 of them at R, that's going to be a rough go.
Right.
That's a big commitment, and that's why they can't pull the trigger.
No, you know what they need to do with
The
The
same thing with
Stand
Deadpool, why
is
they're
they
having-
need to treat it like any of these other TV shows. They need to put it on like HBO or
Sure.
Showtime and do it right, put the money behind it, but make it what it is.
Right, well,
Make it accurate, make it R-rated, let it be King's story really played out.
Right.
And don't get that guy with the bowl haircut. Remember the guy that was on Coach that had the bowl haircut? He
Oh, yeah.
played like a mentally deficient guy in The Stand.
Right.
And he was just the same guy from Coach. He was like on a tricycle going around, hey, Coach. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
get him out of here. That bowl haircut's stupid.
Yeah, it was.
What
was
happened to
bad.
him?
Well, that's the example where
See,
they just
Dad?
don't do a good job of it. They just don't. They just can't. They can't make it the way it needs to be made.
Tim Reed was in that, though,
Yeah.
from Venus Flytrap.
From Venus
And then
Flytrap.
he was in Firefly. So, they've got a little cred there. He was in Firefly, wasn't he?
No, that was the Ron Glass was in Firefly.
Oh, Ron Glass was in Firefly.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
Ron Glass was in Firefly. The
Who's
preacher.
Tim Reed?
Tim Reed's Venus Flytrap.
Who's Ron Glass?
Ron Glass was from
Barney Miller.
Barney Miller.
I'm just getting everybody confused.
Yeah.
The Abe Vigoda death has me very sad this week. I'm still in mourning
Next, you're going to tell me.
over it.
Yes, next you're going to tell me that. So.
Did
Yeah.
you
Speaking of Abe Vigoda passed, and
God's putting together this awesome band, and then he got Abe Vigoda. 2016, Abe Vigoda on tambourine in God's band.
Did you know he was in Good Burger? I didn't know that. I saw a thing. He was in Good Burger.
He was in Good
Yes.
Burger.
oh, he was the other worker at the burger stand, wasn't he? Yeah.
I just saw that. I was
might
like,
have to see
I was
this.
going through there and they
Did
talked
you,
about Abe
you ever watch
Vigoda
Good
time.
Burger?
No, if you give me this whole cock and bull,
So,
it's,
like,
It was the
like
best movie ever.
it's the greatest thing since.
It's
Power
one,
never heard of
Rangers.
it's
Big
one of
Lebowski.
these things where you have to go in the right frame of mind.
Oh,
So
you know
for,
I will.
For years online, people
you-
had joked about it being, this great film and like it should be in the Criterion collection on DVD.
Good Burger.
Good Burger, and they really built it up and all this. And like a couple winters ago, we're bored flicking through Netflix trying to find something, and there's Good Burger. So we spin it up. And they're working at this little burger stand, and both of us having worked at McDonald's when we were young, you identify with that. And it's this goofy movie that they accept that it's goofy. See,
Okay.
I can accept movies that are
Isn't this the one
silly
with Kenan
bad.
and Kel?
With
Yes.
Kenan and Kel, yeah. And
I
I can
remember-
accept a goofy movie
I mean-
like that when it accepts that it's
Such
going
a
to
good
be
movie.
a goofy movie.
Okay, now you're not selling me on it. It's like an Adam Sandler movie.
It's not an
Right.
Adam Sandler movie. It's
Everything
It's-
pre Little Nicky is fantastic. for
Little
him.
Nicky.
Little Nicky was the watershed of just horrendous.
Yeah, Little Nicky, I think, was his turning point. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was that's like the fulcrum. Like Little Nicky parts were okay, and then it was bad, and then it just went.
When
Little
it's
Nicky-
bad, it's as bad as anything ever made.
Little Nicky, I thought,
Isn't
was the
horrible.
wrong format for that story. The fallen son of Lucifer trying
Yes.
to survive on Earth. That should be like a Swedish black and white movie
Yes.
with subtitles.
Yes.
Lucifer, like the TV show that's out now.
No.
Starring a Skarsgård.
Yes, it's Skarsgård.
Yes.
It should be that.
You
yes.
know, with
Actually, the
long,
whole
with
Skarsgård
long
family
shots
in it.
looking out over a frozen pond, pondering his existence.
son of Satan.
Yeah, that kind of thing. I'm watching this movie and
Or
I'm
he
like,
should be like
Little
in
Nicky.
Omaha. That would be the best. Just stuck like in Omaha,
Stuck
Nebraska.
out in
Like,
the
what
cold
the
I think a
fields.
son of Satan might be there. Sorry, Internet.
Sorry, yes. We love Omaha, but sorry.
Yeah.
We've been there. At least some of us.
That movie
have.
was, and he had that stupid hair and that stupid baby talk and
Oh,
his
sure.
jacket.
Oh, and Harvey Keitel was.
And
Cash the check quick.
oh
to get
god.
He still makes a ton of money.
How
That's
about,
the bad
how about
part.
this? There was Twin Peaks news this week because they're doing
Imagine.
another season of Twin Peaks
Right.
on Showtime, and it's all the people are there. And
but
no, he's director. He's a
I
director.
thought he was just producing, though. I thought he.
No, I think he's directing.
Lynch, right?
Lynch, yeah. But Naomi Watts and Tom Sizemore have added to the cast.
Wow.
Yes!
That's 5 stars. And let's
5 stars! I love both of them. Tom Sizemore in Twin Peaks. The idea of that alone, I'm like, yeah, that's like when I first heard Kyle MacLachlan is in it. I love that guy.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm done. Yeah. Tom Sizemore. Yeah, he's a problem.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. I bet he gets sweaty, too. I got one. This was weird. I don't know if anybody else saw this, but, I'm all, like, social media'd up. I'm always, like, looking at the different things and trying out different things. Tonight we did a thing with Snapchat and, yeah. Thanks for stopping on it before we even got going. You gave me the phone, lady. They started their own thing this week or recently called Shield 5. It's an Instagram movie. Yeah, you're not done. There's a whole night of Blue Box, Molly.
3 hours. It's a long time.
So you keep that phone and get some Snapchat stuff. We're making they do this thing on Snapchat where you can do My Story, and it just takes a little 2-second clips and it pieces them all together and it tells whatever you put in there. So we're going to have the whole day or the whole time at Blue Box on our Snapchat as one story. We're not going to do like, hey, I'm going to swap pictures. We're going to make these stories like when we go to C2E2, when we do this. Yes, and they're on there for 24 hours. It's cool.
Wow. Okay.
It's cool. So anyway, it's like a scripted show on Instagram.
Oh, wow.
15-second at a time.
They did this except on Snapchat. It was like the superhero
Did
show
they?
on Snapchat. I don't remember what it's called, but it had a whole bunch of famous YouTubers. Like, have you ever watched Epic Mealtime? It had the guy from Epic Mealtime. Then there's this guy called Freddie Wong who does a whole bunch of cool like special effects videos. And I know they were in it. And then it was
So they did a Snapchat
yeah, and it was
show.
like it was somewhere between like 1 to 5 or 1 to 20 parts.
This is 15 seconds at a time.
So what is the story?
It's a cop story. It's only 4 episodes in. It started out with, you see them going to their thing, like getting ready for work for 15 seconds, and then they're at the precinct, and they're like, okay, guys, you're going to roll out. And then they showed the 2 in the car, and then they show the one walking towards the car, and the thing blows up, like special effects. And then a guy laying on the road, and you're boom. And I'm like, oh, hey, it kind of had me. But it's weird. It's 15 seconds at a time. But you know what? I think about this a lot. I think that any of these, there is the potential to tell story through these mediums.
Right.
It doesn't just have to be what we do, which is live things being broadcast out. But why not make a story 15 seconds at a time? Script out 5 minutes, put it out over a month, every day, another 15 seconds. Boom, 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 until you have a complete story. But it's got to be 15 seconds. Think about what a challenge to make it so it's not just 15 seconds of, oh, the story didn't move, the guy was just picking his nose. You know what I mean?
Another exciting night at the Blue Box.
Yes.
That's right.
Welcome to Live at the Blue Box. Anyone got a Kleenex? All right, so you guys didn't see this, though. It's called Shield 5. I'm telling you to try it out. And the other thing that was cool when I was looking at it, when I looked at it on there, down the way they had it set up, in the middle it had the different episodes. On the side it had like snaps of like dossier information, so you could read it and go like, oh
wow,
this character is this. Here's
Right.
like the police report. Here's this. So you were kind of piecing this story together like a puzzle. We're only 4 episodes in, so something better happens soon.
Yeah.
Because if it's once a week, I'm.
Didn't they
15
do
seconds
that?
at a
Didn't they
time.
do that with Fear the Walking Dead, where they did that one?
They did the
that,
1
that
minute
short?
at a time.
I kind of liked that. That was interesting, even though it infuriated me. That's
Yes.
like, you get like a minute's enough to get into it, and then you're like, oh, I got to watch another one. I got to
Yeah.
watch
Wasn't that
another
You
one.
know
about
what
the
they should have
plane?
done with that?
I'm sorry.
Wasn't that about the plane?
It was
The
about
plane,
the plane,
yeah.
where the characters. I mean, it was
The
cool.
problem
but,
was it was too many weeks like that.
right.
1 minute at a time. Give us 2 minutes. Do a minute at one break, a minute at the next
Right.
break.
Didn't they do that?
No, they
Or was
did
it 30
1 minute a
second?
week. So by the time you saw the next minute, you were kind of like,
What happened
Right.
last time?
oh, yeah, this is
Well,
what
it
was
needed to
going
be a
on.
minute a day.
She's
Like-
still looking over the seat.
Right.
And now another minute of her looking over the seat. You know?
Well, it would have been cool if they would have done it like a minute, and then next week would have been the whole, like, added
Yeah.
on to it or something.
So they do
Interesting
say
concept.
from that, though, that a character survives this plane crash and becomes a character on the next season of Fear the Walking Dead. That's cool.
It is cool.
That's cool. Anyone else got anything?
I do.
Yeah, what is it, man?
There is this rumor that came out today, I believe, about a survey that Blizzard put out for if you purchase a ticket for the new Warcraft movie,
Okay.
you would get all the expansions for World of Warcraft, including the Legion, which is the new one. You would get one in-game item exclusive from the movie, and you would get a month of in-game time with your ticket.
I'll
So you
buy
got
it.
to pre-order a ticket?
I don't even think it's pre-order. I think it's just, it might be. This is just a rumor because this was a survey put out by Blizzard on Reddit.
Okay.
Wow.
I've never played. We talked about this
So they're pushing
last
the movie.
week.
The Warcraft movie.
Well,
Yeah, the
I think
Warcraft
they're
movie.
pushing the movie to push
the game.
online
Oh,
numbers
yeah.
because their numbers have been slowly declining. I mean, it's still
Well, yeah,
a
because
juggernaut, but
Yeah, it's still the same game, though. They need to. They're in a pickle with this. Coming out with another World of Warcraft has to be completely different, and you could antagonize your entire audience. It's still got enough legs; they got to keep it going. So
Right.
it's almost like you have to continue to reinvent the exact same wheel over and over and over until people are done.
right,
Otherwise, if you pull too early, you're done.
right.
They're in a weird position with this. I think they should just make it, instead of making it
Well-
Blizzard, make a sub company called World of Warcraft, and then they can launch another proproperty.
Well, I don't think
and
they're-
just keep doing it
they're
that
not doing
way.
a new game; they're doing a new expansion to the game, which is what they do for new
Right, but
content
at some
for
point
people.
they're going to have to
Right,
close
isn't-
it down.
Is that what it is? Is Legion a new expansion?
Yeah, it is.
That's a new-
It's called Legion. It spawns off the end of Warlords of Draenor, which is this expansion that came out in 2014, and it's going to contain Illidan, which was the Burning Crusade, which was the first expansion,
Right.
and it's sort of going to connect like everything that happened within the past close to 10 years of expansions, and like be able to like cover up most plot holes.
All right.
Okay.
Which there are a lot. So, I mean, but it's
Does
a-
anyone else have anything? Because I got something, but
I have more.
you got more? I got
Yeah.
something for the end. So, you got more? Go
Yeah.
ahead, Luke.
Doom got a new trailer yesterday.
Okay.
And also Conan O'Brien played it with two people from the Super Bowl, like opposite teams.
Okay.
And it's like if you ever
Sports
play,
people.
yeah, sports people. I
Okay.
don't even know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. They had jerseys on.
No, they
No.
were just casual sports people from the opposite teams that were playing on the Super
Okay.
Bowl. I don't know.
I don't either.
But this new trailer also gave a release date of May 15th. So if you ever played Doom before, it came out in 1993. Very old and very
Hey, watch throwing that very old around.
close to 30 years. It's closing in.
That would have been college for you. That would have been
Yeah.
That would have been
30s.
First marriage for me. Yes.
pre-life
That'd be
for me.
late 20s. Late 20s for us.
For me, it's pre-life. So
yes.
Pre
Luke.
So this is
that was
Doom
That was when Teenage Lil really was Teenage Lil.
I don't even think he was teen then, was he?
Yeah.
Would
23
this
years
technically
ago?
be Doom 5?
technically,
Yeah.
it would be Doom 4, but people are
He might have
calling
been a
it
tween.
a remake
Well-
of Doom because of how many years it's been.
Well, wasn't Duke Nukem is the first Doom, right?
No,
Duke
it's
not.
Nukem
First
is his own
Doom was
thing.
Doom.
Doom.
And Doom Duke Nukem was a clone of Doom, or clone in parentheses.
Well, Duke Nukem was before Doom, wasn't it?
No.
No, it was afterwards. Doom sort of created that whole entire.
That
First-person
first-person
shooter?
shooter thing,
Yeah,
that was
first-person.
Doom. And that was really just an update of Castle Wolfenstein, the old Apple II
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
But they got the 3D thing going. That's where that changed.
And then if you have seen the new trailer or anything for the new game, you can tell it's going back to its roots of how gory it was, except they're taking it to, like, they're bumping it up to level, like, 12.
Okay.
And, like, so
Keith
in the
Urban
trailer,
gonna be in this?
In the trailer, someone
Oh, I
rips
wish.
out a tooth of one of the monsters, stabs it in the eye. The monster explodes. Blood everywhere. He grabs a chainsaw, chops a monster in half, pulls out this massive like double minigun, and then blazes through. And then at the very end, this demon jumps down on you, rips off your whole entire bottom half, and then throws it. And then that's the end of the trailer.
Okay, awesome.
Frances McDormand's awesome in this too. I'm just telling you right now, you're going to really like it.
I like the Doom games.
Yeah, I do too.
Even
those bad ones, like the later ones, that
Right.
everyone's like, those are terrible. Those
Doom
are
3
fun.
was.
I had
One of them made me nauseous. I think it was 3 made me nauseous.
I had the Nintendo 64 version.
Yes.
The Sega 32X version.
I had that too.
I've still got the PlayStation versions, and
I didn't
I'll still
have the
play those.
PlayStation. I had the 32X, and then I had
Where was he with
I
the
had the
NES?
one on the Xbox, the first Xbox.
Okay, yeah, we briefly had an Xbox, and I had it on that, but then we got rid of it. We're a Nintendo and Sony family, so
Right.
I have the first 2 for PC.
yeah.
Only way
Nice.
to play it, because that's like infinite. Like you don't have to sell off anything, and it runs in DOSBox, so you can pretty much play it infinitely.
Right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Let's get the big
Did you
news.
talk about Numi? How do you say that? Rapace?
Giovanni Ribisi?
No, Naomi Rapace.
Oh,
Numi-
Rapace.
Rapace from
Prometheus.
Alien Covenant? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not going to be an Alien Covenant.
There's
You know what?
You know,
At
it's
this point,
funny
I don't even want to hear anything more about it. I just want to see the movie.
yeah. Let's change the name of
Yeah.
ninth time and let's get it on film.
Yeah.
And
Thanks,
why
Lily.
are we even? Why? You had another property that's tied to it. Just make an Alien film and make this.
Who
And let it be these
what,
characters.
who doesn't
and-
want to see her go and find the engineers?
who doesn't?
That would
Yeah.
be fantastic. No, they're just going to skip
Yeah,
over
now
that
they're
and
gonna
go
skip
to,
all that, and
to
it's-
David being around in some Garden of Eden planet.
Yeah.
Didn't they postpone Neil Blomkamp's?
Yes.
They
Yes.
pushed back his.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
they didn't postpone it.
They
it's,
canceled
it's
it.
done.
It's gone.
It's
Really?
gone.
Dead?
Yep.
No, it's
I thought
gone
they
because they'll never get it
indefinitely-
on.
I thought
Because
they
it had
canceled
too
it.
many similarities to this movie.
Right.
And this one, I heard, lost its main person. Like they lost the person who was the captain in the first one. Or they just
No, right. No, the
Yeah,
the
she's
girl
gone.
she's gone. They're
Naomi
saying
Rapace
she's not
is
going to be in
gone.
there.
Right.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Neil Blomkamp's look pretty promising,
I
especially
like
with Hickey
the,
still being
the
alive.
sequel where they're fighting, they're in the cars, and there's a desert, and Charlize Theron has lost the arm. That's a great sequel to this.
Alien. Oh, what?
With the guitar.
With
It
the
was
guitar.
awesome.
That was an awesome
was-
Alien.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I know what you're talking about.
All right. I'm getting to. This is the
Are you talking about the one with Warren Beatty and Dustin Hoffman?
yes
That one,
Ishtar. Yes. This is.
Yes.
You know what? When I was flying back from Europe when I was a teenager, and this is when
They had
like
planes?
now, yeah. Fred Flintstone was driving it. We got to run fast, Bonnie.
Yeah.
When they would,
Did they wind the rubber band up?
movies,
Did you have to keep winding the rubber
when,
band up?
when you watch movies now, it's like on your seat in front of you, or like we went on a flight where there was a screen that dropped, but it was like a 24-inch screen, like a foot from you. You know,
Jeez.
But back then, they had to dim all the lights in the room. They had like a projector. You know,
wow.
they had a screen at the front, and you had to put your headphones on that were like these, weird headphones. And we're all like, "Oh, I wonder what they're going to show," because they only show one movie, and it's like a 18-hour flight, but there's going to be one movie. Ishtar. They showed it twice. We're sitting there like, they're not really going to start this movie again. Son of a gun! It was the worst.
There was no NBC in-flight or anything. That would be,
This is back. That was 80. I think it was with Jack, so it would have been 87, I think, or 83. One of the two. I don't know which one.
That
Either
was-
one.
one of the worst movies ever. Ever.
Brutal. All right. Unofficial, official announcement. We have not set a date yet, but I'm staking a claim on this one right now. What we have said we will never do again.
We are doing again.
Yes. We have now entered Sean Connery territory. We are going to do another podcast marathon. Woodstock is happening this summer. we're going to do. Now, here's the crazy thing. We said we will never do this again, and then I got this weird prompting, and I wrote to Chris, and he's like, yes. I told Martha, she's like, of course. Like,
No, I thought you said no more.
and then Alil wrote back and said, what the? I thought you said never again. Great. Tell me a date before I schedule my family vacation. So unofficially, officially, we're doing it. We just don't have a date. We also don't know how long it's going to be because, and you can blame Martha for this. She said, if we're going to do this, why don't we break a world record?
Hey.
So,
Hold on. I'm saying this on the air. Martha, please don't take this the wrong way. Shut the blank up.
the only person affected by her version of this
Is you and I.
Me.
It's
No,
you and me.
Is me, because
No,
you
it's not.
can leave. She goes, well, what does it matter if it's 25 hours? You can do it. Don't you have a company that you care about? I'm like, what the serious hell are you doing to me?
Hey,
You said that.
Hey, Jerry Lee, do you have a tuxedo to wear?
So we're gonna try to figure out. Maybe there's a like because we do 3 hours of live podcasting.
Are you going to be podcasting out there?
Right. No, we're gonna be in the hallway.
Yes.
So unofficially, officially, we are doing a marathon. We're looking into what breaking a record means. That doesn't mean it's the length of time. There's all sorts of things. It could be longest time without pants doing a
Most
podcast,
booze.
which I would probably get hands down. Heaviest weight of a podcast. I think we've got it.
We got it, yes.
They reinforce when we do panels. That's the other thing that I want to throw out there. Those of you that are going to C2E2, and those of you that are not, we got the prime spot. Saturday night at C2E2, 7:45. Geektastic Cage Match is on.
Yes.
I think we got the big room. We're doing it. It's going to be awesome.
All right.
Well, there will be. No, I've already been looking into this. I already know, Jenny, I'm on it. You settle down.
Don't spoil it for us.
So yeah, we're doing the panel, C2E2, 7:45. Here's the other part of that. We are, as long as the internet holds out, and it's supposed to, they told me it would, we're planning on doing the same thing we do here. Meerkat, Periscope, doing the whole thing. We're going to film it, put it on our YouTube channel. I don't think we're doing YouTube Live, but we will put an edited version of it up. So we're going to do the full-blown Geektastic Cage Match. We have some improvements to it this year. Even though it's been great, and everybody likes it, I think you're going to like it more. We've added to it. It's going to be awesome. So Saturday night at C2E2, Geektastic Cage Match, 7:45, boom. And then the other thing that we're working on, as long as we're talking C2E2, now that's going to be at 7:45. You want to follow us on Twitter at SMG Pods. You want to follow us on Facebook because we will make the announcement of when. But we're going to go guerrilla style. I hope nobody from C2E2 is watching this. At like sometime on that Saturday, Alil, Edward, Chris, me, we're going to do a blab. We're going to sit there in an area where we're not supposed to be, and we're going to do This Week in Geek as a live blab. We're going to be in an area where I know celebrities in that walk by, so who knows if we can't grab Stan Lee and hold him hostage and make him talk. Well, you never know.
What happened to Spider-Man?
Yeah, right. Come on, he's like beef jerky. Alil can take him. Edward could take him.
Yes. He's like beef jerky.
Can't take him. But no, we're gonna do a guerrilla style blab. So you want to follow us on social media. We're gonna figure all that out. That's the official announcements. Are we done?
I think we're done.
All right. Thank you for listening, everybody. This was live at the Blue Box. We will talk to you with This Week in Geek next week.
Yes, sir.